Okay, I need to address something.
What happened?
Last episode, you said something, and the comments went a little crazy.
What did I say?
You said, and I'm quoting you directly, I know 14 different uses of the word get. I have studied English grammar for years, and I just stood there like a statue.
I remember that. It was about the waterfall situation.
Yes, and people in the comments were not focused on the waterfall, Bob. They were focused on the 14 uses of get.
Really?
Comments like, wait, get has 14 uses? And I only knew 3. And nobody ever taught me this. And my personal favorite, I've been saying get wrong my whole life, and I didn't even know.
I may have underestimated that number, actually. 14 was conservative.
Which is exactly why today we are doing a full episode on get.
Welcome back to the Primate Podcast, your slow English podcast for real-life conversations. I'm Bob.
I'm Zara, and today we are talking about one single word that might be the most useful, most flexible, and most misunderstood word in the entire English language.
Get.
3 letters, infinite possibilities.
Before we start, comment below. How many uses of get do you think you know right now? Write a number, just your honest guess. We want to see what people say.
And by the end of this episode, that number is going to be much higher.
Guaranteed.
Okay, so why is get so important?
Because native speakers use it constantly, all day, every day, in almost every conversation. And learners often avoid it because they were never properly taught it. And they replace it with more formal, more textbook words that sound slightly unnatural.
For example,
I received your message. I got your message. I understand. I get it. Please obtain a ticket. Get a ticket.
and the difference is not just about being casual or formal, it's about sounding like someone who actually lives inside the language, not someone who is translating from outside it.
And get is the word that separates those two things more than almost any other.
So today, we are going to go through the main uses of get. Not all of them, that would take weeks, but the ones you will hear and need every single day. And we are going to show you how they work through real examples, real situations, the way tourists actually speak when they walk past our rock.
Starting with the most basic one, and even this one has layers most people don't see.
Number 1, get as receive or obtain.
This is usually the first thing people learn. You get something, meaning you receive it or you obtain it.
I got a message from my sister. She got a promotion at work. He got a ticket for the concert.
Very simple, very clear. But here is what most people miss. This use of get implies some kind of action or process. It's not just passive. When you get something, you did something to make it happen, or something happened to you.
So, I got a letter doesn't just mean a letter exists. It means a letter arrived and reached me. There is movement in the word. There is arrival.
Which is why I got your point sounds more natural than I received your point in conversation, because understanding is also a kind of arrival. Something reached you.
Small detail, big difference. And this feeling of arrival and movement lives inside almost every use of get. Keep that in mind as we go through the others.
2. Become.
This one is enormously useful and enormously underused by learners.
Get plus an adjective means to become that adjective. It describes a change happening.
It's getting dark outside. He got angry when he heard the news. She got tired after the long walk. I got confused during the conversation.
And the important thing here is Get describes the process of change, not the state. He is angry describes a state. He got angry describes a transition. Something happened and he moved from one state to another.
Which is why get is so useful for telling stories. Stories are about change, and get is the perfect word for change.
I got excited. She got nervous. They got lost. We got bored. All of these describe moments of change, moments of transition.
Instead of I was tired, try I got tired. Instead of it was cold, try it got cold. You will immediately sound more natural, more dynamic, more inside the language.
I use this one constantly with the tourists. They get excited when they see us. They get quiet when they realize we are watching them. Some of them get a little scared. That is always interesting.
Bob enjoys that last one a little too much.
I enjoy it exactly the right amount.
Number 3, get as in arrive or reach a place.
When did you get here? I got to the river at sunrise. What time do you get home? We got to the cave just before the rain started.
This is one of the most natural replacements for arrive in spoken English. Native speakers almost never say, I arrived home. They say, I got home.
I arrived sounds like a formal announcement. I got there sounds like something a real person says to another real person.
And this use also connects back to that feeling of movement and arrival we talked about. You got somewhere. You completed a journey to reach a place.
I think about this one a lot, actually. Every morning when I get to my rock. That sentence used to feel like a simple statement. Now it feels like a small story. I made a journey. I arrived. I got there.
It's 15 meters from where you sleep, Bob.
It's the principle, Zara. Use number 4, get as understand.
This one is everywhere in real conversation, and learners often miss it entirely.
Do you get what I mean? I don't get it. She got the joke immediately. He didn't get what I was trying to say.
I get it is one of the most common phrases in English conversation. It means, I understand. I have understood. The understanding has arrived.
Again, that feeling of arrival. Understanding is something that comes to you, something that reaches you. Get captures that perfectly.
And I don't get it is much softer than I don't understand. It sounds less formal, less academic, more human, more like something you'd say to a friend.
One tourist last week, I heard her on the phone. She said, I just don't get why people are like that. And that sentence stayed with me because she wasn't talking about a grammar rule or a math problem. She was talking about human behavior, and get worked perfectly for that too.
I get it. I don't get it. Do you get what I mean? Try to use these in your next English conversation. They are some of the most natural phrases in the language. Get plus past participle, the passive meaning.
Okay, this one has a grammar name, but we are going to ignore the name and focus on the feeling.
The window got broken. My phone got stolen. He got hurt during the match. She got stuck in traffic. I got paid yesterday.
Notice what all of these have in common. Something happened to someone, often something unplanned, often something the person didn't choose. Get plus past participle describes events that happen to you, not things you decide to do.
The window was broken sounds like a formal report. The window got broken sounds like something happened and nobody is entirely sure how.
Which is often closer to the truth. Windows get broken, phones get stolen, plans get canceled, life gets complicated.
That last one is very real.
Life gets complicated is one of the most useful sentences in English. I recommend memorizing it immediately and using it whenever anything goes wrong.
I got stuck. I got confused. I got lost. These are some of the most natural expressions for describing things that went wrong. Learn them. Use them. They will serve you well.
Number 6. get somebody to do something, or get something done.
Two related uses, both extremely common, both very useful.
Get somebody to do something, meaning persuade or cause someone to do something. I got my friend to help me move. She got the children to go to bed. He couldn't get the tourists to stop taking photos.
That last example sounds familiar.
Painfully familiar. And get something done, meaning to arrange for something to be completed. I need to get my phone fixed. She got her hair cut. We got the report finished before the deadline.
In both cases, get suggests that some effort, some action, some process was involved. You didn't just wish for something to happen, you made it happen, or you caused it to happen through someone else.
Which is why get feels active, even when you're describing something someone else did for you. I got it fixed still implies that you were the agent. You arranged it. You made it possible.
I need to get this done. Can you get someone to help? I got it sorted. These phrases make you sound organized, capable, and completely natural in English. Number 7, phrasal verbs with get. And this is where it gets, no pun intended, very interesting.
Get up. Get on. Get off. Get away. Get over. Get through. Get back. Get along. Get around. Get ahead.
Each of these is a completely different meaning, and together they cover an enormous range of everyday situations.
Let's go through the most important ones with real examples.
Get up, to rise from bed or from a sitting position. What time do you get up in the morning? I got up early because I couldn't sleep.
Get on, to board a vehicle, or in British English, to manage, to progress. Get on the bus. How are you getting on with your English?
Get off, to leave a vehicle or to finish work. Get off the train at the 3rd stop. What time do you get off today?
Get over, to recover from something, physical or emotional. She got over the cold quickly. It took him a long time to get over the breakup. I still haven't gotten over how good that mango was.
Bob and mangoes. A very deep emotional bond.
Zara?
Get through. To survive or complete something difficult. I don't know how I got through that conversation. We got through the storm without any problems.
Get along, to have a good relationship with someone. Do you get along with your colleagues? We get along very well most of the time.
Most of the time?
You eat my bananas sometimes, Zara.
Moving on. Get back to return. When did you get back from your trip? I'll get back to you with an answer later.
Get ahead. To make progress. To advance. She works hard because she wants to get ahead in her career. To get ahead in English, you need to use it, not just study it.
Phrasal verbs with get are some of the most common expressions in spoken English. You will hear them constantly. The best way to learn them is not to memorize a list, but to notice them when you hear them, and then try to use one in a real situation, even one per week. That is enough.
Number 8. Get in expressions and fixed phrases.
This is the category that surprises people the most because get appears in so many everyday expressions that people use without even realizing they're using get.
Get ready, get started, get going, get better, get worse, get used to, get rid of, get in touch, get to know, get out of hand.
Let's look at a few of these more closely.
Get used to, meaning to become accustomed to something. It takes time to get used to a new place. I'm still getting used to waking up early. You never really get used to how loud morning tourists are.
Get rid of, meaning to remove something or end something. I need to get rid of this old habit. She got rid of everything she didn't need. Can we please get rid of the idea that grammar is the most important thing in English?
Strongly agree with that last one.
Get in touch, meaning to contact someone. I'll get in touch with you next week. Did you ever get in touch with that tourist you met?
I did not. She walked in the wrong direction, and I never saw her again. The waterfall remains unexplained for her.
Get out of hand, meaning to become uncontrollable or too extreme. The situation got out of hand very quickly. The tourist group got a little out of hand near the river last Tuesday.
They were very enthusiastic. It was a lot.
These fixed expressions with get are exactly the kind of chunks we talked about in the last episode. You don't build them word by word. You store them as complete pieces, and when you need them, you retrieve the whole phrase. That is real fluency.
Okay, before the word tour, I want to give you one more thing because I think this is actually the most useful thing in this entire episode.
What's that?
A simple test for when you're not sure whether to use get or another word.
Tell me.
Ask yourself, is there movement here? Is there change? Is there arrival? Is there process? If the answer to any of those is yes, get probably works.
Because get is fundamentally a word about movement and change. That is its core. Everything else grows from that.
Something arrives, you got it. Something changes, it got different. Someone reaches a place, they got there. Someone understands, they got it. Something happened to someone, they got somethinged. There is always movement, always change, always process.
And once you feel that, get stops being confusing. It starts being obvious. You start seeing why native speakers choose it so often. Because life is full of movement and change, and get is the word that lives closest to that reality.
I have been thinking about this for years, and that is the best way I can describe it. Get is the word that lives closest to how things actually happen.
That is genuinely beautiful, Bob.
I get inspired sometimes.
See? Used it perfectly. Okay, word tour. Let's go. 10 words and phrases built around get. Bob reads slowly. Everyone repeats. Out loud if you can.
Ready, let's go. 1. Get used to. Get used to. To gradually become comfortable with something new or different. It takes time to get used to speaking English in public. I'm slowly getting used to waking up early. Repeat. Get used to. Get used to. 2. Get over. Get over. To recover from something difficult physically, emotionally, or mentally. She got over her fear of speaking by practicing every day. It took me a long time to get over that embarrassing moment. Repeat. Get over. Get over.
3. Get through. Get through. To survive or successfully complete something difficult or challenging. I don't know how I got through that conversation, but I did. If you keep going, you will get through the hard part. Repeat. Get through. Get through.
4. Get rid of. Get rid of. To remove, eliminate, or end something you no longer want. The best way to get rid of bad habits is to replace them with better ones. I need to get rid of the idea that my English has to be perfect. Repeat. Get rid of. Get rid of. 5. Get the hang of. Get the hang of. To gradually learn how to do something and become comfortable with it. Once you get the hang of thinking in English, it becomes much easier. It takes practice, but you will get the hang of it. Repeat. Get the hang of. Get the hang of. 6. Get out of hand. Get out of hand. To become uncontrollable.
too extreme, or more than expected. The situation got out of hand before anyone could stop it. Don't let your fear of mistakes get out of hand. It's normal to make them. Repeat. Get out of hand. Get out of hand.
7. Get ahead. Get ahead. To make progress, advance, or move forward in life or work. To get ahead in English, you need to use it in real situations. She worked hard to get ahead and it paid off. Repeat. Get ahead. Get ahead. 8. Get in touch. Get in touch to contact someone or start communication with them. I'll get in touch with you as soon as I have an answer. Don't hesitate to get in touch if you have any questions. Repeat. Get in touch. 9. Get across. Get across. To successfully communicate an idea so that someone understands it. The most important thing in conversation is getting your meaning across. She struggled to get her point across, but she kept trying. Repeat. Get across. Get across. 10. Get going. Get going. To start moving, start doing something, or begin a journey or task. It's time to get going. We have a lot to cover today. Once you get going with English, it becomes harder to stop. Repeat. Get going. Get going.
10 phrases, all built around one word. Repeat them tonight. Use at least one of them this week, in a real sentence, in a real situation. That is how they move from your memory into your mouth.
Okay, episode 8. Done.
One word, 8 uses, 10 phrases, and a simple test for when you're not sure.
Is there movement? Is there change? Is there arrival? Then get probably works.
And the next time you hear a native speaker use get, notice which meaning they are using, because now you have the tools to recognize it.
Comment below which use of get surprised you the most, and write one sentence using get. Any use, any meaning. We want to see it.
We read everything, and we get genuinely excited when we see your comments.
Perfect use of get right there.
I know. Subscribe to the Primate podcast. New episodes every 2 days. From the jungle, I'm Zara.
I'm Bob. Don't be a parrot. Parrots repeat. Primates understand.